Hello and welcome to another Call of Duty gameplay commentary, hosted by me, the Slayer of Bad Kids. This is a game of ground war domination on jungle. It's actually the game immediately following my previous upload of Domination on Hanoi. I'm still with the same party, I'm probably still host. I will be using the M14 with a grip, with a Python secondary. My perks are Hardline Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Hacker. Prior to doing this commentary though, I watched my gameplay over just to come up with a few talking points, and I thought I'd talk about the M14 a little bit, my thoughts on it, and whether or not you should use it at all. And as I was trying to come up with a few talking points about whether or not you should use it, I run into my first enemy right here, and that happens as he sprays me down with his AK-47. And that really brought me to the conclusion that you should never use this gun over a fully automatic assault rifle. It just doesn't make sense to do so. This gun is just purely for shits and giggles in my opinion, as I jump to evade and this man runs into my bullets because he's a bad kid. But I will say that playing with the single shot rifles, it is fun, kind of tapping the trigger in order to shoot your bullets. That is pretty fun to do. But between the M14 and the FAL, the two single shot rifles in this game, I would go with the FAL every single time. The FAL I feel is very good with the red dot sight. It has a lot less recoil. Although I believe the M14 has a longer range for the 55 damage mark. My kill streaks in this game are again the non-lethal spy plane, counter spy plane, and African American bird. And here in the gameplay I circle strafed till my left thumb was exhausted, and I decided that I'm gonna go flank around through the huts since I couldn't find any enemies where I was at there. And I was gonna try to push up in their spawn from the back and hopefully get myself a few kills along the way. And if you're wondering why I was spinning right there, it was because our radar was being jammed and I had a teammate ask me where the counter spy plane was, and I in fact told him it was at the huts. Here I get into their spawn, or at least at the outer edge of it, and I managed to get a couple good kills, and they start throwing nades at me and somebody manages to sneak a Semtex behind me and it ends up killing me. So guess I should have been wearing a flak jacket, but what are you gonna do? So after that death, I make my way back up into their spawn with my trusty M14 semi-automatic rifle and try to go on a little mini tear, which I actually do coming up right here as I start things off by chasing down this gentleman and shooting him in the back. I know the number one rule that everybody says is don't chase, but this guy had no idea it was coming, so I decided to do it. And coming up right here, I come across two guys. I put a couple shots into them, but I couldn't manage to kill them, but I redeemed myself with a Python collateral. Yes. In regards to my gameplay though, I don't usually get beastly scores at all. I don't usually lead the lobby. Whenever you see a game of me leading the lobby, that's actually a well above average game for me. I usually land somewhere in the middle of the lobby, but my gameplay that I post is more about entertainment. If a lot of things that happen in the gameplay are entertaining and are kind of things that I would consider watching if I wanted to watch some YouTube videos of Call of Duty, like Semtex and campers on the Pride Rock, or somebody pushing a spawn with their M14, then these are the types of things that I would post. I mean, here I decide that I'm going to be a big man and just run straight in with my semi-auto rifle, but good thing these players were pretty bad, because normally any players that were half competent would probably not let me do this to them. As I decide I'm better off with a Python in this close quarters situation, and it serves me well as I come over and clear out a few more guys, and I end up clearing out the spawn and take their flag. But unfortunately, if you look to the left of my radar, there's still guys spawning right here, and I'll still kill them, but it ends up flipping the spawn, so rinse and repeat for me. Right here after killing this guy, I noticed my teammate threw a Semtex by that red barrel, so I backed the hell up, because team hazard damage is pretty embarrassing and definitely one of those things that I think Treyarch should have just left out. Because sometimes in Search and Destroy, if you're not really careful to notice where all the barrels are off the spawn, one of your asshole teammates might think it's real funny to shoot it and blow you up without you noticing. After I run out of ammo in my M14, I decided to pick up this WA-2000, and if you notice in my gameplay here, I'm just helpless with this thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not a proficient sniper by any means. I never do it, not even Modern Warfare 2, which people consider is easy mode sniping. I'd rather stick to a Python. But instead of picking up another AUG, I decided that I want these extra points and I helped cap this flag. You know, being the team player that I am. And as if I weren't already helpless enough with this stupid WA-2000 in my hands, which Coincidentally, looks kind of like the battle rifle from Halo Reach. As I'm just running around like a chicken with my head cut off, this gentleman behind me reminds me that I am in fact not Grizz, baby, as I can't quickscope him as he shoots me in the back with his stupid AUG. But that's okay, I managed to get all my kill streaks in that little run and call in my SR-71 here and make my way over to the Alpha spawn where I think they're spawning. However, the spawn does flip over to Charlie, and as I hear that we're losing the C flag on the announcer, I make my way over there and hope to try and defend it by throwing this Semtex, which incidentally gets me a stick to the triple. Get owned. But there's a little deja vu situation happening right here as I push the spawn the exact same way that I was kind of earlier with the M14, just kind of hiding behind this little box, pushing up into the firebase as they kind of trickle out of it, clearing it, and end up recapping their flag again. So happens twice, you're not seeing double. And I make my way down here and kill a couple more guys as they spawn down over by the water. And after killing this gentleman here, I get my second SR-71 of the game, which actually I got pretty quickly. I think the triple nade at the beginning of that kill streak had a lot to do with that. Here I'm making my way over to the huts and the ruins where I see that the enemy team is spawning, so I can go on a little mini tear again, which I do in fact go on, but not before another patented slain BK's display of awful aim. As I make my way around this hut here, and I see three guys with their backs turned, and I just get spastic on the trigger. I have no idea. I come away with an empty clip of M14 ammo and 2 hit markers and an assist. Yay for me. But if you watch right here, the enemy team is actually spawning in front of me and actually behind me in this little hut in the back, and I'm just kind of spinning back and forth, killing one guy in one direction, turning around to kill guys in the other direction, and eventually I just get overrun and just totally sandwiched. But these guys here in this hut have no idea what's going on again, and I decide that I'm so low on ammo that I gotta get close to my Python, but they're totally oblivious. This might have to do with host advantage again, but he gets a knife to the face for being stupid. Luckily I'm able to swap out my empty M14 for Galil, and this gentleman is just planting claymores in random places. But watch my radar here as a man spawns right behind me. Yes, and he ends up shooting me in the back and killing me. Cool spawn, bro. And for the grand finale of the shenanigans in this game, I decide to roll a care package into Valkyrie rockets. Now the Valkyrie rockets in this game I just feel are just totally out of place as a kill streak, especially at 7 kills, and they also come down in a care package. These things just really don't belong in this game. And they're not better than a Predator missile. It's actually much worse. You stand stationary, and I think that when you fire it off, you most likely show up as a red dot on the radar. It makes sense that you would, as I fly my first one into Pride Rock. But luckily I'm able to kind of turn my second one into a Predator missile and take out a guy. Unfortunately, that wasn't the game-winning kill cam. Acute Prism gets the game winner with a triple napalm, which I think is actually better than my little measly one Valkyrie rocket. Final score is 34-4 with 5 caps. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
Search and destroy. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb. Changing mag! Friendly Predator missile incoming. UAV online. The bomb has been planted! First blood. Recon ready to deploy. On the UAV. Target down. Bomb defused.